Welcome to Rustica Studio. Picture the walls first. Not glaring white but a soft, warm cream or a gentle oatmeal that reads like the inside of an old barn washed pale by years of sun. This neutral backdrop lets the room breathe while providing a canvas for richer accents. Against that warmth, see a bed dressed in layers. Crisp white linen sheets that cool to the touch. A mid-weight duvet in a faded sage or muted terracotta. And a hand-stitched quilt folded at the foot with a subtle, time-worn pattern. The mix of linen, cotton, and quilted cotton invites touch and speaks of long evenings and slow mornings. Pillows are a study in restraint. A mix of linen and wool in natural tones. A lumbar cushion in soft plaid. And one small pillow in a deep rust as a punctuation mark that draws the eye and anchors the bed. Imagine the headboard as a quiet statement. Reclaimed wood planks, sanded smooth but still bearing the ghost of old nails and paint. Or a simple spindle headboard painted in warm white and allowed to wear. The wood's knots and grain become an honest piece of texture that grounds the bed and gives the room its farmhouse character. Flanking the bed, mismatched nightstands, one a small painted cupboard with chipped edges, the other a simple wooden crate stacked on its side, suggest a lived-in comfort rather than a showroom precision. Each holds a small, practical lamp with a soft, warm bulb to wash the bedside in a gentle glow. lamp's shades might be slightly frayed at the edges, the kind of imperfection that makes them charming rather than careless. Lighting is the secret to a cozy farmhouse bedroom. Avoid bright, overhead fixtures that flatten the space and instead create pockets of warm light. A pair of wall sconces or bedside lamps offer reading light. A low-hung pendant with an exposed bulb can sit over a reading chair. And a string of warm, dimmable bulbs tucked along a shelf or draped over a headboard adds a fairy tale hush. When evening comes, the room should feel like a slow exhale. Lights soften so that shadows become part of the landscape. Textures will be your language. Lay a woven jute rug or a faded kilim underfoot to add warmth to wide plank floors. Or place a soft sheepskin at the side of the bed for the first, indulgent contact with the morning. A chunky knit throw, casually tossed, begs to be pulled around shoulders on cooler nights, while a burlap-wrapped vase on the dresser, holding a few stems of dried hydrangea or wheat, brings farm fields into the room without fuss. Brass or iron hardware, aged and slightly tarnished, punctuates drawers and doors, their weight giving a tactile satisfaction whenever you reach for them. Think about practical, humble furniture that doubles as storage. A cedar chest at the foot of the bed stores out-of-season blankets while smelling faintly of wood and thyme. An old ladder leans against a wall as a blanket rack, its rungs draped with quilts and shawls ready for use. A small writing desk, perhaps an heirloom with one drawer, invites the habit of jotting down thoughts before sleep. Keep a simple ceramic pen cup and a small notebook there, as if the surface is waiting for life to leave its mark. These pieces are not precious museum objects but tools of comfort and utility. Natural materials and foraged accents bring the outside in and root the room in place. A shallow wooden bowl on the dresser can cradle a few glossy chestnuts or a cluster of dried berries gathered on a walk. Hang a small wreath of preserved eucalyptus or twigs above the headboard to make a gentle, seasonal statement. Potted rosemary or bay in simple terracotta on a windowsill adds a green note and a scent that subtly permeates the air. The aim is authenticity, materials that age well and tell a story rather than scream for attention. Color in a farmhouse autumn bedroom should be muted and warm, like pressed leaves. Layer tones of soft cream, mushroom gray, olive, and a quiet mustard, using deeper hues sparingly as accents. A rust throw, a moss green ceramic lamp base, or a thrifted enamel pitcher in indigo can act as little moments of surprise. Keep most surfaces calm, so that these accents feel intentional and restful rather than cluttered. Functionality matters. A farmhouse bedroom should feel comfortable at every hour. Add blackout curtains and a heavy linen to keep the morning light from creeping in too early. but also include a sheer layer so that dull afternoons are softened rather than dimmed. Consider the closet and storage. Woven baskets for socks and scarves, labeled wooden crates for off-season garments, and hooks at reachable heights for robes and jackets. A bench by the window becomes both seat and storage when topped with a cushion, and a basket beneath for extra blankets. Scent and sound shape memory and deepen the sense of home. A small beeswax candle scented with honey and vanilla, or a simmering pot of orange peel and cinnamon on cooler days will create an enveloping warmth. For sound, keep a small speaker or a stack of vinyl records to play soft folk or acoustic playlists. The crackle of an old radio or the low hum of a fan can be more comforting than silence, especially on nights when the wind presses against the panes.